Okay, example 6. David is driving in Mexico on his vacation. He notices that gas costs 8.5 Mexican pesos per liter. What is this equivalent to in US dollars? So, first thing we need to do is do a little research, find out what the current currency exchange rate is. For the purpose of this example, I'm going to say the exchange rate is 1 US dollar equals 13.3 Mexican pesos. So, like before, we can go ahead and set up a proportion to where we know that the dollars are on top and that the Mexican pesos are on the bottom. Okay? Because I know I often get confused whether or not to multiply or divide, so I find it easier often to set it up as a proportion. So what is 8.5 Mexican pesos in US dollars? So I would use I know dollars on the top, Mexican pesos are on the bottom, and that would be 1 over 13.3 equals, and then I also know that I have 8.5 pesos, so that's on the bottom, and on the top would be my x. So I cross multiply 13.3x equals 8.5. So I know I now need to divide both sides by 13.3, and that gives me approximately 0.64. So each liter is about 64 cents. So now we need to figure out what is the cost per gallon in US currency. So the cost, we know 3.8 liters is equal to 1 gallon. Okay, so what I would do is take the 0.64. So this is the cost per liter. That's the cost per liter. And we would multiply it times 3.8 because we know 3.8 liters gives you 1 gallon. And we would get 2.43, so that would tell us the cost per gallon in the US dollar is $2.43 per gallon. So this one we had to do a double conversion. Okay, on the last example, David knows that the price of gas in his hometown is about $2.90 per gallon. How can he compare this price to the price paid in example 6 per liter? So we want to express our US gas price as a US price per liter. So we know, once again, there's approximately 3.8 liters in a gallon. So what we would need to do is we would need to change our price per gallon and divide it by 3.8 because there's 3.8 liters in a gallon. So 2.9 divided by 3.8 is approximately 76 cents. So if I compare the Mexican cost per liter of 64 cents versus the 76 cents of his hometown, we can see that Mexico has a cheaper gas price.